Hi, everyone. Today is Sunday, November 5th, 2023. I'm Crystal Dawn Hill, and I'm here to talk about something that I'm very excited about. Have you ever had that feeling where you felt like you were gloating, but it wasn't really in your ego? It was more of just your emotions, like you were a little kid and you kind of sort of had a feeling what you were going to get for a Christmas or a birthday gift. And you still couldn't be sure though. But then when you saw that you got it, you were like, inside, you're like, I knew I was going to get that. That's how I'm feeling this morning. But the difference is I couldn't really be sure. Like the whole time I was in the state of anticipation, I wasn't sure what it was about. I just knew that it was something good and positive and part of the promise that God has made me about my journey. So, we had our times changed last night. So I slept a good 8 hours. But when I woke up, I felt like I was still in this state of limbo, like between sleeping and being awake. So normally when I feel like that, there's something that has to happen. So I dozed back off and I had this dream that my divine masculine was at this resort or something. And I was observing him and he was aware of my presence because I could feel him being aware of my presence, but he didn't acknowledge me. He just went about his business. Like in another dream I had of him where I was visiting his family and he was going about in the kitchen and not acknowledging me. So I know that's part of like reality as well, that he's aware of my presence but not acknowledging me. So anyway, as I was starting to come out of sleep and more into my lucid state, I was still a little bit in between, and I saw his face pierce through the veil and like gawk at me like that. And it woke me up. And when I woke up, I was like, oh my gosh, that was real. I could feel my physical body while he was looking at me. So I was already more lucid than I was all the way in sleep. And as you can probably tell by my face, and my smile and my eyes, I'm feeling this extremely viscerally. And the reason I mentioned about the gloating, like, I don't feel like I'm in my ego because this is all down in my heart space. It's not up in my mind or like that. I'm just excited. I'm just like a little child that's really happy that they got exactly what they wanted. And of course, this is the beginning of a new phase. That's why I feel the excitement and the joy and the gratitude. That's why it's not ego, because I'm feeling an immense level of gratitude about what just happened. And it just happened. Like I just woke up within the last hour. I just took enough time to make my coffee and write about this in my journal, so I would have it down fresh as soon as I experienced it, before I did the video about it. And I hadn't even thought about doing a video. I was just gonna just write a post or something, and I'm like, why not record this level of energy that I have going on within me and just put it out there. So if you've ever had any similar experiences, I'd love to hear about it. And if it was a prelude for something to happen between the two of you on a physical level, I'd love to hear about that too. Or, whatever you'd like to share. I'm always open to chatting about all of this paranormal, metaphysical, 5D stuff, because it's really the meat and potatoes of this journey. It's where it all begins in the 5D. And then when it starts to trickle into the 3D, you know that it was never your imagination in the first place. That's how I felt when I first met my divine masculine. Like, that's when I knew. That's why I have such a high level of confidence and trust and faith in the divine, because I dreamed about him so many years before we met. And then as soon as I saw him, I'm like, it was just a brand new beginning. And that's what this kind of feels like. This feels like we've reached a new level of consciousness and oneness, and it feels like we're another layer into physicality. So this is what it's all about: bringing heaven into earth, experiencing it viscerally, and it just experiencing it as it becomes more solidified and unified and integrated with our physical reality. So thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful day, and all the best to you along your journey. Take care.